Reprehensible act of terrorism. UNSC condemns Pahalgam terror attack. The United Nations Security Council UNSC condemned the terrorist attack in Jammu and Kashmir, which claimed the lives of 26 tourists, stressing that those responsible should be held accountable and the organizers and sponsors of this reprehensible act of terrorism should be brought to justice. In a press release, Council's President Jerome Bonifant expressed deep solidarity with the victims' families and the governments of India and Nepal while wishing the injured a swift recovery. The members of the Security Council underlined the need to hold perpetrators, organizers, financiers, and sponsors of this reprehensible act of terrorism accountable and bring them to justice. The statement read. They stressed that those responsible for these killings should be held accountable, and urged all states, in accordance with their obligations under international law and relevant Security Council resolutions, to cooperate actively with all relevant authorities in this regard. It added. The Council reaffirmed that terrorism in all its forms remains one of the gravest threats to global peace and security. They reiterated that any acts of terrorism are criminal and unjustifiable, regardless of their motivation, wherever, whenever and by whomever committed. They reaffirmed the need for all states to combat by all means, by the Charter of the United Nations and other obligations under international law, including international human rights law, international refugee law and international humanitarian law, threats to international peace and security caused by terrorist acts. A press statement is a declaration to the media made by the President of the Security Council on behalf of all 15 members. As the President of the Council for April, France issued a press statement through its permanent representative to the UN, Ambassador Jerome Bonifant. It is learned that the US had floated the draft statement, which was then discussed by Council members. The UN Security Council members extended their deepest condolences to the families of the victims, the governments of India and Nepal, and wished a speedy recovery to those injured in the April 22 Pahalgam terror attack. The attack claimed the lives of 25 Indians and 1 Nepali citizen, mostly tourists from across India. Pakistan currently sits in the UN Security Council as a non-permanent member. A press statement requires agreement from all council members and is a negotiated text. Meanwhile, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres spokesperson, Stefan Dujarric, said the UN is following the situation between India and Pakistan with very deep concern. Swipe left for next video. And we, of course, reiterate our condemnation of the attacks in Jammu and Kashmir, which, as you know, killed about 26 civilians. And we again urge both the government of India and the government of Pakistan to exercise maximum restraint to ensure the situation does not deteriorate further. When asked whether Guterres would speak with Indian and Pakistani leaders after returning from Rome, Dujarric replied, "I hope to have something to share with you." Rejecting a suggestion that the crisis is being overlooked, he said, "I don't agree with your comment. We are paying very close attention." Latest blogs.